All right, there we go. Good afternoon, everyone. Sergey, how are you? Gary, Moondog, Richard, Robert's here. Glad everyone's with us. We'll be getting started in just a minute. Hey, Brandon. Bodine, how are you? Just as a heads up, we've got multiple Fed speakers stacked up right now. The first, yeah, we had the first one at 11:50. Then we'll, or I'm sorry, at 12. And then we'll have 12:15 and 12:45. So you got Raphael Bostic at 12, Susan Collins at 12:15, and John Williams at 12:45. So you could see some interesting price action while that's going on. Yeah. Yeah, I heard you had a good session this morning too. Nice. Hey, David. Tim, how are you? Petro's here. Morning, Randy. And what about YouTube? Let's check and see if anybody's on here. Infinitely's here and Gaston. The Zoom? Yeah. All right. Fed Power Rangers assemble. Yeah, that's true. Are they are they all together? It's well, Jackson Hole already happened, right? So it's not that, but it does seem like there's quite a few of them. They're speaking again tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah. Bostic speaks again tomorrow. Got Goldsby, uh, Loretta Mester. Oh yeah, all week. And you got three more on Friday. Yeah. Thank you, Billy. Oh, you're talking about Jerome on 60 Minutes? I haven't watched it yet. Is it worth it?
Hello, everybody. Hello again, everybody. I spoke to you guys this morning. Adam says, I hope most of us attend early AM with Roger. He crushed it this morning. I closed a couple from his suggestion. One word outstanding. Thank you, Adam. Matt, you know what to do with that.
Yep.
Phoebe, how are you? Randy, how are you? Valerie, how are you? Sure, we can explain seasonality. I'm not in a rush today anywhere, especially with my wife. I told you guys she left me. She's coming back tomorrow. I'm home alone. Matt and I were just talking about how odd it is to be alone. I haven't been alone in 20, I lived anyway, it's been decades, yeah, definitely talk about seasonality. Mark, hello, Leslie, William, Cyrus, Bodine. Bodine always cracks me up. Always cracks me up. Sergio, how are you? Good to see everybody. We'll be starting in about 2 minutes. As always, I like to give the room some time to fill up. No, no, Robert, not at all. No, no, not at all. Nothing like that at all. Look at you, Adam. SE and
Nice.
Albemarle. Good, 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 good. No, to tell you how exciting my schedule is, I get home. I was telling Matt, I get home about 5:30 after the gym, and I take care of the animals. I still have four cats and two dogs. The big dogs are with the babysitter, and I clean up the place a little bit, feed everybody, call my wife and ask her to order me dinner via a Grubhub or whatever those places are called. I don't even know where the phone number is. I have to rely on her completely for that. Um, No joke. I wouldn't know what to do with myself. I suppose I can go get a sandwich, but that's about it. Uh, Cooking. Mark, the local diner's doing the cooking. I don't cook for myself. I've never cooked for myself. I'll peanut butter sandwich, maybe eggs. That's about as adventurous. But Clyde needs to be fed. New pictures of Clyde. The super cat. I'll get you new pictures of Clyde. And then by the time I'm done, it's like 7:30. I go watch a couple of YouTube videos, uh, get ready for the next day, and the next thing you know, it's time to go to bed. So time's been going by pretty quick, and she comes back tomorrow at about 3 o'clock, and it's business as usual. What I've been doing is I've been cheating on her by watching movies that she doesn't watch. So she doesn't like all the action adventure. So I've been watching Mission Impossible from the newest to the oldest, trying to catch up over the last 10 years. I haven't seen them yet. So, oh, I've seen all of those. She likes the Terminator. She's very weird in her taste in movies and music. She likes certain things that she's not consistent. She's very, anyway, it doesn't matter. But she loves Terminator. She likes Arnold. Yeah, she's not a big Tom Cruise gal. Never been a big Tom Cruise. Anyways, so let's talk about the market. It's 12:05. It's a perfect time to start. Adam says one cat. That'll be fantastic. The new Dune movie. So far, I actually think they've been getting better as they've been going. I hate to say it, but I like the newest one. The newest one is fantastic. The last three were amazing. The last three were amazing. All right, let me share my screen and we'll get started. And as far as earnings are concerned, we have a retail earnings week. Because we have a retail earnings week, we have to watch the retail sector very, very, very closely. I'm going to set an alert. 1 second. I got to set an alert for myself. 1 second. Sorry about that, folks. I just need to set a really quick alert. And okay, I set an alert. Let me turn so that I could hear my alert. Yeah, Dead Reckoning Part 1. Didn't get a link for the VIP room. Everybody not get a link, or did nobody get a link? Did somebody get a link? I think it was earnings. It was the only healthcare. You know, William, I was paying attention to that too. And it had something to do with fundamentals, and it's actually dragging a lot of the healthcares down, by the way. All right. All right. Good. Good, good, good. All right. So most folks got it. All right. So we had, let me just go back. It's so much easier to just do everything on here where are they? There they are. Now I can go back. Now that I set my alert in the spam folder, how dare you approve us, David, so that it won't go into the spam folder. That's probably the best way to deal with it. Okay, so looking at the bond market on a 5-minute basis, it went down this morning, it went up, and now it's getting ready to come down. Very, very choppy. The report today was not nearly as instrumental as I would have thought it would have been, and bonds are still in this area. I believe that we need to get something more concrete, and we're not going to get that for probably another week or two. So I'm not expecting the bond market to really go up much, but I am expecting it to sit in this range for the foreseeable future. And when I say foreseeable future, I'm going a week or two out of the way. Earnings are proving to be better than expected, but we're not seeing any major catalysts from Wall Street. And another thing I wanted to talk about real quick is Apple. A lot of folks asked me to give my 5 cents on Apple, and Apple is a pretty important stock to talk about. Apple has a descending triangle. What's interesting about Apple, if you look at Apple on a weekly, and folks, I would pay attention right now. If you look at Apple on a weekly, See how it's got a descending triangle on a weekly? Spy chart. Oh, you're not seeing the right thing. Let me reshare my screen. Do you guys now see Apple?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. It's important for me to be for you guys. I don't know. Matt doesn't tell me anything. He's looking for stocks. He's on a hunt. He's a hunter looking for stocks. All right. So you see, this is a weekly chart. On a weekly chart, if we come down to this level, actually, here, let's just do this. On a weekly chart, the next level down is right here, the 166 level. Um, there's no major catalysts, and remember, China is a major uh, uh, contributor to Apple's economy. Also, something Wall Street has not been telling you about Apple. Oops. Yeah, they did. They did. They were talking about it yesterday with all the Korean car manufacturers. That's probably not going to be great for. Hold on, folks. I got to get out of a trade real quick. All right. Taking for anybody who's in my trading pit, we're taking profit on Hershey. We got in at 185.93. We got out at 185.53. So we took 40 cents on Hershey's in 12 minutes flat. Not bad. Huh? And you can get out at 51 right now. It's actually below the exit price. So I said that's pretty good. That's second winner today. We made money on Albemarle. We made money on Hershey's. I like this. I like how this is all coming together. So my point is, you see this weekly chart on Apple? Weekly charts, listen to me, folks. Weekly charts, I will, Bodine. Weekly charts are notoriously follow fundamentals. Notoriously follow fundamentals. So the fact that Apple is in this descending triangle is not a very good sign right now. My target on Apple, would be a swing, would be near the 160, near the bottom of this range right here. But here's the interesting part. If you look, it's actually at 185.48, so you can get out better than us if you so choose. So here's the daily on you had a thought on volume is also decreasing on Apple, which is very bad. And that's what I was saying right here. I didn't have a thought. I actually drew the line. Volume is declining. Overall volume is declining. That's never a good sign. Well, how do you know it's buying or selling volume? I don't care. It doesn't really make any difference to me. Ooh, baby, look at Hershey's go. 185.37 now. Matt, why didn't you tell me to wait? I don't have Clyde around here. Otherwise, I'd blame him. I got to blame you now.
Yeah, I don't know.
What are you going to do? All right. So, is the link to the 1 p.m. video from yesterday live trading available in your Telegram channel? No, Carrie, you'll have to reach out to Cam in customer service. Just go to your account, go to the red button, go to Zoom. He'll give you a link immediately. Brewdog says, I was waiting. The profit was only 1.6%. Let's just say it's 1.6%, Brewdog. You made 1.6% on your money in 12 minutes? Mark made 6% in 12 minutes. Interesting. How about just taking the trade at 185.93 and getting out at 185.30 like it is right now and making, let's see, 60 cents. How about that? Brewdog, delta of over 0.70. Delta of over 0.70. I'm not even going to get into this. Charles, this is for the trading pit room. This has nothing to do. We were just getting out. When I get in, I can't tell you because it's people pay for it. But when I get out, I could share. So we just happened to get in, and now we're getting out. Yeah, I was going to say 6% in 12 minutes is about 10,000% annual. It's a really good return. That's the second one today. The kitchen's not closed yet. There may be more soup for you. So let me continue. So if you go from weekly to daily on Apple, you're still in this god darn it declining this triangle right here. See that? Nothing changes. Oh, that's the signal that I was waiting for. That's what I didn't want you guys to see. I placed a, alert on it. Anyways, it hit my alert. Everybody made money. So yeah, I'll take 7%. And this morning on Albemarle, another 5-6%. Yeah, how much do you make? Oh, I make 12-13% a day. Folks, Warren Buffett has not outperformed. There was an article today, and I've been telling you guys for a while. Warren Buffett has not outperformed the stock market in 20 years. Okay? 20 years. I told you guys about this a while ago. I even showed you graphs. 20 years. Think about that for a minute. 20 years. This Mr. I'm an amazing investor. Hey, Brewdog, this is not the place for it. This is not the place for it. This is not the room that talks about those trades. If you have a question about any of those trades, send me an email or talk to Raleigh, okay? This is not the place for it. I just mentioned it because we broke down. It's still going down. Always get out too early. What are you going to do? Actually, I don't get out too early. I get out too early so you guys don't, because I see institutional follow through, and I get out knowing you guys are going to be a little behind me. So I'm always trying to get, oh, look, he got out at 30. It's now at 16, whatever. So it does good. Yeah. So right here, here's the descending triangle, and here's the level, which is again the ones I think Apple's going. If it breaks this level, and I think it will, Apple's going to go into the 160s. That's a big problem. There's a lot of market cap here. So folks, be careful. Be careful. Be careful, and be careful again. The markets are not as stable as you may think they are, and I've been saying that for quite some time. All right, let's talk about stocks for today. By the way, do you guys remember I gave you a list of stocks about a week and a half ago, and I said this is my favorite one? Do you guys remember this one? Remember? I gave it to you around here. Well, it went from 53 to 61 in about 5 or 6 sessions. And I remember clearly telling you that this was my favorite one because I highlighted it with a little arrow on top of my paper. Okay, let's talk about shorts first today. Uh, and then we'll talk about longs, okay? All right. Look at that. That HSY still keeps going down. I like it. All right. Let's start with the shorts. Let's go to our puts. We'll start with the shorts. Get your paper, get your pen ready. We're coming in hot with the shorts. CNSC. Interestingly, Matt, Concentrix Corporation.
Mhm.
For some reason, and I always get confused. For some reason, I thought they were in the cement business, but they're in the tech business. Now I'm going to tell you guys, a lot of folks should be looking for weak tech stocks right now. Why? Because tech is going to start giving up the ghost, and when it does, guess what you're going to want to be in? The weakest tech stocks. I'm serving them up to you on a silver platter. Stop loss will go right here, about the 79-ish area. You would go 16 days out, ticker CNXC. We want a delta of, you can go 69. I won't tell anyone it's not 70, okay? We'll just keep it between us, but there's no liquidity here. You won't be able to get these off. There's no liquidity here. Okay. I may give you guys a bonus trade right now. 1 second. Nah, forget about it. That's funny, Bodine. All right. No, let's go back to our stocks. Next one. We haven't had this one on our radar in a while. Remember my weakest stock of 2024 in December when it was up here? No, Alan, you just need to chill and watch my videos and watch me live here for a couple of weeks and get the lay of the land. You know, Alan, I always tell folks when they go to the bar to pick up a girl, did they ask her to marry them or did they ask them first for their phone number, their name? Do things in order. I'm not going anywhere. I'm looking for a long-term relationship, Alan. Long-term relationship. Yeah. All right. All right. Yeah, it's a good no one night stands. No, no, no. So yeah, we shorted it around here. I think it's still getting ready to go down. So our stop loss for another round. And by the way, it went down. Notice the consolidation. The consolidation relieves any sins that were caused right here. You know, after you eat, you need to digest your meal. This is the digestion right here. So this erased any of these sins right here. You know, it's like you ate a big meal and then you went to the gym for 3 hours a day for a month. You've erased your sins. You could now we're at equilibrium again. So stop loss 377-ish area. We're doing puts this time, folks. Remember, and they're not bad. They're pretty liquid. We're going to a delta of we're going to March 15th expiration, 16 days out, ticker symbol HUM. We're going to a delta of 0.71 or negative 0.71, whichever one you want to call it. And we're going to do the 362.50 calls because the delta is above 0.70 and it's in the money. The general rule of thumb is if you don't know what calls or puts to do, excuse me, puts, go with a delta of above 0.70, which will usually get you roughly 2 strikes in the money, which is what I always tell folks to do. And you're going about 16 days out here. The same way. Now, look, if you're in the trading pit, the same way I pick options here, I do in the pit, but I don't go, I would go 1 strike price less, 1 expiration less. So if I'm going 16 days here, I would go 9 days in the pit, but everything else is the same. Okay. I know a lot of pit traders are here. Let me sit straight. My back is hurting me from being all sideways. Okay. Let's continue. Mm. You might have noticed I've been bearish on Newmont and gold. Well, this is another one, and this is really taking Adam, I remember you were asking me about gold. There could still be some downside. Before Hum was CNXC. So here's another potential one for you. I would keep my loss pretty tight here, probably right around the 103, 104 area, not much more. And they're fairly liquid. They're not too bad. You can get these right here, 79, delta above 70, strike price. There's 30-cent spread for a $10 option. It's not too bad. Me too, Steven. That I think so too. Might as well go with the weakest stock though. And commodities. Well, gold is it's a commodity as well. So 110 put right here. Yeah, oh, those were the days. Those were the days, Bodine. Those were the days, my friend. Oh, I'm in the wrong neighborhood right here. March 15th. March 15th, 16 days out. Right here, 75s, 105s, 105s, 105s. Sorry if I made a mistake. 105s. Puts 16 days out, March 15th, 75s. I believe so, William. I believe it's exactly what you're saying right now. I believe, and that's the second time in history that's happened. Now, that completely changes how basic economics work. Isn't that amazing? You can't deny the future, you know? Okay, let's continue. It's amazing to me. It's amazing to me, but I can't prove it, William. I can't say it's 100%, but I think that's exactly what's happening because it's not a coincidence. I think this is the third or fourth time they've had negative correlation since all this drama started, and Bitcoin and cryptos became hot again. So I'm you and I are not the only ones who think that. Let's just leave it at that. We're talking about the negative correlation between cryptos and Bitcoins, cryptos
Gold.
and gold. How before when stocks would go down, folks would buy gold. Now they're buying crypto because cryptos are not as correlated. But the truth of the matter is they are. Remember when tech went down, how cryptos went down? So I don't know if it's a temporary thing or it's a permanent thing, but I am clearly seeing it too. You're not the only one. Okay, let's continue. This is a healthcare company. Now, healthcare has been very strong. This stock has not been strong, which means if healthcare starts going down, there may be a good opportunity here. Right here, just broke this level right here. Stop loss right at I was about to say it, and it happens to be right near the 15-day EMA. Look how close they are, within like a few cents of each other, right? Gold used to be store of value. Now crypto's considered a store of value. That's what Ed just said is because I went in the money, William. I want to be in the money. I'm not buying lottery tickets. That's why. Carrie, that's right. That's why I'm not focused on the actual commodity. Looks like there's a lot of gold traders here, Matt. Oh, the market's cooling off. Look at that. Wow, people make money in Hershey's. That's good. So stop loss right at the 15-day EMA. We will be going 16 days out till DXCM. We're going to go to a delta of 0.71, which will take us right to the 117 strike price. Puts. This DXCM, this was a leader for a long time. What you always want to know in every one of the 11 sectors what the strongest stock is and what the weakest stock is. Nice, Adam. Very good. Very good. Good. Japanese. Yeah, it's still going up. Let's see that. EWJ. Yep, still moving up. We talked about it. And by the way, Hershey's is still making a new low, and I think it's going to go down all the way here. Remember, whenever I pick day trading stocks, they're always swing trading stocks. I never, ever pick a day trading stock. This is why I have the daily and the 5-minute next to each other. So here, we went short Hershey's at right here, right there, in the pit, and got out right here. And we're here now. So no, don't say you missed out. The only thing you missed is taking bigger gains, which you could do now. Is it just broke the low again? Okay, let's continue. SJM, consumer staples. Notice Hershey's is a consumer staple. Commodities are going down. If commodity prices are going down, consumer staples may be going down. This is a Smucker's. Look at the 15-day moving average. Perfect place to put a stop. 9 out of 10 times that 15-day moving average is if you guys don't know where to put a stop loss, just use the 15-day EMA. It's not the best, but it's not like me having me next to you, but it's really damn close. Like, look, my stop would be right here, 127.64. The EMA would be 127.22. You see what I mean? Very, very close. They're very close to each other. Maybe Cyrus. Maybe this week because we've got earnings on all the consumer discretionary. So it's very possible. Okay. So yeah, it's got plenty of space to go. I like this almost as much as I like Hershey's. We will go 16 days out SJM. We will go to the 79 Delta. We will go to the 125 put. Notice Delta dictates put, not the other way around. Then trade the underlying, Robert, or go deeper in the money on the options. You may not be going deeper in the money. PNW, I'll look at PNW. I'm in a good mood today. My back doesn't hurt. It looks lovely. It looks lovely. There's nothing wrong with this stock. It actually made a 10-day high and a 90-day high, almost made a 90-day high and a 10-day low. Or sorry about that. 90-day low, 10-day high. What am I saying? Yeah, 90-day low, 10-day high, broke down right here. Looks like it's going to go right back to the base. And Hershey's is still going down. Oh, a lot of people made money on Hershey's. That's good. Okay, let's continue. But I like this stock. Let's go back to my list. EX. Did I give you an option for JS Smuckers? Yeah, I did. I think I did. If I didn't, it's this one right here, 125. Let's continue. Thank you, Adam. EXR. Extra. This is storage. Remember, we couldn't get enough of these. And look how smooth it moves. It doesn't have a lot of overlap. Keep an eye on this. Keep an eye on this stock because industrial stocks are pretty darn strong right now, but this one is not. Keep an eye on it. I'm not going to give you an option on it yet. I don't like what I'm seeing right now. I don't like how it opened down and came back up, but this is one of the stocks we're going to have to keep an eye on, a very close eye on. Another one, a healthcare REIT. This stock, I mean, look at this stock. It's going down. And the base isn't all the way till about 41. So you still have a couple of points left here. Really, Lori? Interesting. Folks, look at what I'm going to repost this, Lori. Folks will find this interesting. This is definitely something they'll find interesting. I think they should enact a law to forbid legislative staff to do any type of trading on the U.S. stock market. I think they should allow them to trade in a foreign stock market. Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you. I can't see it right now. It broke a low. We would put a stop, say right here about the 44.17, maybe 44.20, just a little bit below the 15-day. Yeah. Just follow Pelosi. Do you guys remember how much Nvidia her and her husband bought on Christmas or New Year's? Holy crap. BTR 16 days out. We're going to the 82 Delta 45 put. And by the way, JP Morgan is looking pretty good at these levels. I'm just going to throw it out there. Let me give you guys a trade. JP Morgan, I'll give you a freebie. JP Morgan going long. 16 days to expiration. 86 Delta, 180 strike price. I like JP Morgan right now. And I like how it's holding on. Yeah, I like JP Morgan. I really do like JP Morgan right now. And now that we're past that today's report, I feel better about the whole thing. Man, look at that. That Hershey's keeps going. I should have just got out partially. I never do pairs trade, Williams. I don't need to. I am good at, usually pairs trades are for guys who are not that great on direction. I'm pretty good on direction. How would it help me? You know what I mean? To me, it feels like you're just muckering things up. It's like dirtying the table. It's like spreading. It's like making a nice dish, and then you know what it reminds me of? I'll tell you what it reminds me of. Man, there's a Moroccan restaurant in LA where they give you this beautiful dish, they don't believe in eating with silverware. They give you this beautiful pie with food in it, and right before you start eating it, they smash it all up, and you're like, why? And you're sitting on the floor, and you don't have any silverware, and you have these belly dancers that have big bellies. It's no fun. But I remember that's what that reminds me of. Don't like it. Not my thing. Rick, I said it's on my screen. JP Morgan right here. JP Morgan going long. It's got great relative strength right now. It's turning back up. It's been in as the market's been falling down, it's been holding really well. And it's here, look. Here's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at JP Morgan. I'm looking at how it's turning right here and how it's gaining relative strength. And while it's doing this right here, the stock market is doing this right here. And I've been wanting to call the stock out. So I figure since I'm here already with you guys, I don't like games, so I might as well just give it to you guys. So yeah, 16 days out, JP Morgan, March 15th expiration, 180 call. The spread between the bid and offer is only 5 cents. So it's a great deal. And look, you're getting so look, let's just say I gave you JP Morgan. I said buy JP Morgan. So here you would go by yourselves, 16 days out. Okay, Roger says delta above 70. The next delta above 70 is right here. Oh, it's the 180 call. It's exactly the one he called. How hard is that to do? Or if you're in the pit, you would go to the 9-day expiration, right? You would go, 74 right here. You would go 182.50 call right there. It's not that hard. No, I have a lot more stocks to look at. I don't want to look at I don't want to look at it right now. Let me continue, please. TTO, I gave you this stock. Take Two, I gave you the stock yesterday and the day before in the trading pit. The stock has lost, since I gave it to you in the pit, it was a short. It's lost about 5 points. I'm still bearish on this stock. I would put a stop right here at about the 151 level. It works well, Ed. It's just not my thing, It's just not my thing. I remember Jeff Zananeri used to love trading that stuff, but it's just not my thing. It's like some folks like country and western, some folks like heavy metal. I mean, you got to pick what's good for you. You may want to wait for it to get back to the VWAP, which is right at the 146.90 level, but I do like this stock. We would go 16 days out. We would go to 69. We'll do the 69. It's close enough. I won't tell anyone if you won't either. Plus, it can easily turn to 70 in a second if the gamma changes. Let's go back. Sorry, I'm going back. I was talking about JP Morgan. Right here. We're going to go to right here, 71 strike. 71 delta, 152.50 strike. TTWO puts 16 days till expiration, 71 delta, 152.50 strike price. All right. Let's continue. One more on the short side. Oh, man, look at this thing. Another tech stock breaking down. Remember what I said earlier about tech stocks breaking down? Guess what? Guess which stocks? So a lesson for you. A good lesson for you. How did I pick? I know how to get them to pay attention, Matt.
All right.
How did I pick this stock, Humana, over here, right here? And then Humana dropped 100 points. How did I do it? Jim, I just pressed the right button and I go to option chain right here. It's 2 clicks. How did I know the stock was going to go? Well, I didn't know anything. I had no idea. But how did I know that? How did I feel? Why did I say this was going to be the worst stock of 2024? For the same reason I'm telling you that this stock, DV, is a crappy stock. I was looking at the weakest stocks when the market was making new highs during Christmas. And Humana and like 2 other stocks were on my list. That was it. So right now, while tech is near 52-week highs and everybody's still bullish on NASDAQ, find the tech stocks that are struggling. This one right here. And I gave you another one too. Um, I think it was CNX. Yeah, CN. This one. Find stocks that have already started to struggle. Those stocks will struggle more when investors start throwing money out of technology. I know it sounds really weird and complicated, but this is it's I'm being sarcastic. It's real simple. Real simple. So look, S&P continues to go down, right? Look at that. But look at JP Morgan. JP Morgan, look at relative strength. That damn pro trader dashboard strikes again. Look at that. Look at that. Going higher. What do you think will happen if the S&P turns around and bolts up right now? And I don't know that it will. What do you think will happen to JP Morgan? All right. So, okay. So DV, let me give you the option for this one. I would put my stop right here in the upper part of this gap. It has all the way to go without any issues all the way till right here, which is 36, and then 34. That's right, Adam. Ba-boom. And there's JP Morgan. It just made it. It's now about, oh, there we go. On a turn. Look, there it is. As soon as the S&P had an uptick, that's why I gave it to you, because I was watching it and I figured I'll give it to you guys. Jeff, I'm explaining to you why I like JP Morgan. Why do you have to muck around with Wells Fargo? Can't you just take what I'm giving you and be happy with it? Man, people are amazing. It's like whack-a-mole. Brett says, since Pro Trader Dashboard been profitable, big time. Yep. So yeah, and the option here would be 16 days out on DV. We would go to a 98 delta because there's nothing in between, and we would go right here to the 45 strike price. But what about Wells Fargo? I don't know about Wells Fargo. I'm talking about JP Morgan right now. I've had it on my screen. I'm looking at it for the last 2 hours. I'm giving you a free trade signal. What's wrong with you people? All right, let's now go to the upside. Exactly what Adam just said. And I think I'm being pretty clear when I speak. I don't like muck. I'm very clear in what my intentions are. I don't like make you guys wonder. All right, let's talk about the long side. Global life. A lot of these stocks that I'm going to give you today will not have good options. Not because I'm doing it on purpose. It's just they're smaller stocks. So I'm just giving you heads up. It was the 180 call for JP Morgan, which is two strikes in the money. Isn't it amazing? We actually practice what we preach. You could use the 15-day moving average as your stop here if you so choose to. That's what I said this morning, William. Biotech was on fire. That was one of the ETFs I highlighted in my morning video. Yeah. Stop loss right at the 15-day EMA. We're one at the 125 area. You would go 16 days out. You would go to the 85 delta, which would put you at the 125 strike price. Yeah, they're not bad. They're better than I expected. GL. Next one, INGR. If I happen to give you multiple stocks in the same sector, just pick one. I'm not great at sector scanning when I'm doing these things. I'd rather give you more than less, and then you guys can exclude. Right here, right below this area, beautiful looking stock, by the way. 113, 20-ish area. Just a hair. Actually, you know what? To be honest with you, I'd probably just use this 112.26, which is the 15-day EMA. Again, every time. We would go to the 90, which is the 110 strike price. Yeah, which in this case is only one strike in the money. But yeah, I would go 90. But look how spready they are. You can't do this. You'll probably have to go 115, which is right at the money with a 60 delta. I wouldn't do that, but um, I'm just letting you know what's up. No, Albemarle's picking up steam again. I like that. right, let's continue. Industrial sector, Grifton. Does anybody know specifically what this company does? It was this one, XHI. Nope. What's the biotech ETF? What's the biotech? I gave it this morning.
XBI.
XBI. Yeah, that's the one. Gave it this morning. If you go to my live channel, it was one of the first things that I talked about this morning. All right, let's continue. GFF. What does this company do? Right here, 65 stop loss. We would be going to the 80 delta, which is the 65 strike price, expiring March 15th. Everything, unless I say otherwise, everything is March 15th today, okay? Building products. Thank you, Bodine. Thank you. Next one. Silicon Motion Technology, semiconductor stock. Not a big semiconductor stock. Right. But 68-ish, around the 68-ish area, if you will. Maybe a little lower. It's still hugging the 8-day, so it's not overbought. The way you could see if something's overbought or not is how close is it to the 8-day moving average. In this case, it's still touching it. Your stop loss could be the 15-day, or you can go just a hair higher. It's up to you, but we're only talking about 60 cents or so. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we're looking at SIMO. We're looking at a delta of 0.97. 65 calls. March, I can't believe I'm already talking March 15th. Doesn't it feel like the year just started, folks? Next one, AIG. A little choppy, a little choppy. See how clean it is here? A little choppy, but still acceptable. Again, stop loss right here at the 15-day EMA, right at the high 69s. We would be going 16 days out. AIG, March 15th expiration. We are going to the 75 delta, which is the 70 strike price. Can you look at ABT? Yeah, I can. I actually have been monitoring it. It's actually right on my list. I can. So the reason why I chose not to give, and if you were in my trading pit, you would know this. I decided not to give the stock as a trade yesterday because of the GDP, and this morning because volume was very low in comparison to the daily volume. I wrote it in the pit and I said, folks, I'm not going to do it for this reason. Okay. So let's continue. BBWI. This is I like this. I think out of all the longs today, this may be my favorite. I like this stock. I like how it's consolidating. I like how it's retail and we have earnings for retail this week. I also like how JP Morgan is moving our way. Anybody making money on JP Morgan? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Good, good, good. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, and Albemarle. Good, 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 good. Look at that, Matt. Good. Hey, 4% is better than a sharp stick in the eye. That's what I say. All right. Enjoy. Thank you, Robert. Okay, so I'm not going to talk about the stock anymore. It has earnings tomorrow after the open. But a lot of you are earnings traders. If you're earnings traders, and I do not advocate this, I'll give it to you for the hell of it. Right here, the 46, you don't have to go 16 days out. You can go 9 days out, and you can go right here, 83, right there. I got a lot of other stocks to look at if I have a chance. Caterpillar's one of them, by the way. Let me continue, please. Actually, next one was Caterpillar. Like the stock. I like how it's looking. Again, 15-day EMA would be our stop. I know I'm getting a little loose here, but this thing moves. This stock, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but this is known as one of the most difficult day trading stocks in the world. I don't know why, but Professional day traders, a lot of them will mark this stock as a no trade stock. I don't know why. I never really had that experience with it, but it moves. Like it's odd. It's got some good market makers. 15-day stop loss, give yourself some room. I like industrial stocks. 16 days to expiration, March 15th. We would be looking at a delta of 70, which would put us at 322.50, which is two or three strike. Yep. One, two strike prices in the money, as I always preach. It really moves. Yeah, it really moves. Caterpillar, another one. Builder. Ooh, that's a beauty. That's a top alpha stock. Definitely a top. We don't have anything in top alpha, do we, Matt?
Yeah, we do.
Okay. You took profit on Copart, though, right? Okay. So right here, stop loss again, 15-day EMA, making my job really easy. Oh, look at you, Adam, already up 6% on JP Morgan. Yeah, I like JP Morgan. I really do. I'm still liking it just as much. I may actually issue it as a official trade. We'll see. 183 as a stop, maybe 184. This stock has not been in play. It's been off my radar for a while. We are looking at 81 delta, which would put us at the 185 strike price. Don't you guys love coming here, making a little money, learning a little bit about the market, hanging out with me? It's fun, right? I love it. I love it. I have a good time with you guys. Next one, GRMN. Garmin has not been on our list in a while. Look at that. Thank you, Angie. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, guys. I have a blast. Always have a blast with you guys. So yeah, this stock is hot right now. Look at that. Matt, you get all of those. Stop loss 132. Now, this is when you see a big gap like this, the 15-day EMA is not going to help you. It's going to be, remember, it's trailing, so it's going to be too far away. So you can use the 8-day EMA or just use support, which would be right at the 8-day EMA. Thank you, Todd. That means a lot to me. I really do appreciate it. 132.60-ish area. 16 days to expiration, March 15th, GRMN. We're looking at calls. We're looking at an 80 delta, which is very nice here. 130 strike price. Thank you, Moondog. I love how you can highlight this and it tells you what your risk is based on this. It's so cool. I love how it turns green. I'm probably using like 5% of what TC2000 offers. One of these days, Matt and I are going to sit down and make like a really mean scanner with it. Okay, let's continue. ICE, ICE, baby. Intercontinental Exchange. Financial stock. Stop loss right here at about 135-ish. 16 days till expiration. 78 delta. 135 strike price. Hey, folks, question. If anybody here uses TC2000, is there a way to create a list of stocks that have narrow option spreads, like a tier 1, tier 2, tier 3? If anybody uses the program, please let me know. I'm looking for that function right now. I can't seem to find it. Okay. So basically, very liquid options. Okay. Some platforms have it, some don't. Nice, Raymond. Grab that too, Matt. So yeah, told you where your stop would be here. Your 16 days out, ICE 77 delta, 135 strike price. WMS. Oh, this is beautiful. Look at this rising. Look at this pattern. This is a very nice pattern here. These are my favorites. I love these ascending triangles. They're very, very nice patterns. Nice, Richard. Nice. Nice. Your stop would go right here about 157. And you would be looking at the right here, the 155 strike price, which has a delta of 74. And we're going March 15th. And that's all I've got for you guys. Wow. Whew, we went through a lot today. Most of the stocks I picked, have you noticed they're different stocks that we've been picking? I kind of broke the trend today. I want to go a little bit smaller cap. Options not as good, but I think that's where the market cap is. Go ahead, Matt. Do seasonality for us, please. Looking forward to seeing what you got. Short list, yeah.
All right. Here is the long side for your sectors. We'll have to look at the 10-day hold to be sure. It does look like it's heating up a little bit from yesterday. It was a lot weaker. Real estate looks good. Utilities look strong. Tech, seasonally good. Uh, Not much else. So it's not really heating up, but the numbers overall are a little bit higher on the accuracy side. And on the short side, we've tapered off as well. Got communication, low trades though, and that's it. 10-day hold is really what is going to tell us what's going on. You maybe utilities with some accuracy, but profit factor is 1.14. It's just not awesome. All the other profit factors are still low, so it's still looking decently short overall the next 2 weeks. The number to the long side is 147. That is again pretty weak. It's not the lowest, but not the highest. Not a lot of new movers on the top of the chart. This is pretty similar to yesterday. I personally would probably wait for the Fed speakers to be done before I would put on any trades today.
What time are they talking, Matt?
They are talking at. I went over it before 12, 12:15, and 12:45. I don't know if John Williams is still going. Then they'll be done.
Thank you.
On the short side, our list is 82, so it's getting even smaller. So seasonality is really kind of just out of play right now. Nothing really surprising on here. Nothing like really jumping out at me. Yeah. One thing right here. Yeah. Let me check one more. Yeah, the top few shorts on here with the good number of trades and accuracy look very strong on the daily chart. So, and then trend wise, you're just not going to get much because there's not much. Let's look at 10-day hold. Number is even smaller to the long side. There's maybe a dozen stocks here that have decent 10-day hold, and a lot of them have weak profit factors. Microsoft might be one of note, but the profit factor again is weak on that as well. And the short side, you don't have much either. So we are truly just hanging out in the middle right now. It's just not much. So we'll wait on it and see what comes up in the future. Yep. Ed says, why does nothing junk me out when the winners are over 85? Well, if they don't have good profit factor and a high number of trades, then the accuracy is not as important.
Yeah, you want to see the most amount of trades. I don't care about accuracy. As long as accuracy is over 70% or 75% and profit factor is over 1.5, I would rather take that with 30 sample size than 99.9% win rate and profit factor of 100 with 5 sample size. I'm
Right.
looking for sample size. Sample size is key, guys, when you're looking at seasonality. You want the most occurrences, okay?
Yeah, because that's the date is the only edge in that system, so it's even more important. The only entry signal is the date. But I'm done, Roger. You got anything else?
I'm done.
Nothing else to share?
That's it.
Then we'll see you all tomorrow.
Great session as usual, guys. Thank you. If there's something that I forgot or missed or didn't clarify, I posted my email. You guys feel free to email me. Bye, everyone. Have a great day. And thank you for all the wonderful feedback, guys. I appreciate it.